And now, it's time for
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened, Simoni?
What Happened with Simoni Lawrence.
Whoa. Oh, man. What happened? What happened? What's up, everybody? My name is Simoni Lawrence, and I'm about to tell you exactly what happened. If you want the real deal of what happened, stay locked in and listen to the show. I'm going to tell you what happened. But if you want to fast forward to when we all go to Toronto and put it on Toronto, you can just fast forward, and I'm going to be saying the same thing. We're going to put it on Toronto. But listen, my name is Simoni Lawrence, and I'm about to tell you what happened. And what happened was we lost on all three phases, and it wasn't even close. And that's how you get a score of 40-3, is when you get dominated on all three phases. We'll start on special teams because that's where everything started. All right, when you're going into a stadium, they already have a 25% momentum meter. Say a momentum meter is from 0 to 100. A home team starts with 25% momentum meter. So momentum is the thing that controls football. It controls the ebbs and flows of the game, who's going to consistently win and have the advantages and stuff, right? That's why they call it home field advantage. So we kicked the ball off, and this brought their momentum to 100 after they did this bounce left return. And the thing that I was so astonished about was there was nobody even 40 yards of him when he was catching the football running up the field. The first person to touch him was our kicker, Legs. And I was like, what is going on? Maybe we need to put a little more air and sacrifice a little distance for hang time to allow these players to get up there. And these players have to start getting off these blocks. A lot of starters on the kickoff team, they need to get off these blocks and just make a play. That's just what it requires right now. And then I knew it was going to be a bad day when I seen Legs make a kick. I'm like, this guy batting 95%. How he gonna miss a kick? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, this is not a good day if the most accurate kicker in the history of Hamilton Ticats and the whole entire CFL is missing a 40-yard something kick. But then he also bounced right back and boinked in a nice 50-plus field goal that helped the team a little bit at the time. But overall, the special teams, they lost. That's the first phase. And then we go to defense. Oh, man. You just look at the defense. This was one of those games where it was just the first drive that Winnipeg had let you know everything about this is why this game was the way it was. Because what they did was recycle this method. Okay, first of all, they get a penalty, so they're inside of their own 10-yard line. And being inside their own 10-yard line, what do? They give the ball to Brady Oliveira, and he gets the ball, and he runs over our starting linebacker. That's getting the momentum even more just by falling forward. You don't want the running back receivers falling forward. You have to find a way to knock them back. So after that play, they attacked the middle of the field. Now they got the big run, got the impact on the linebacker, and now they run a play right behind the linebacker. And this is them attacking certain things. They're attacking in front of the free safety and the linebacker. Soon as the receiver clears the linebacker, Caleros puts it right into the dead spot, first down. And now they got them on their heels. I'm just like, okay. They attack the middle. They got their running game going. Now let's see who they pick. Now let's see. They go 5 wide. We're in zone. And now to the boundary, they ran the out and the up concept. So soon as number 2 runs it out, the will linebacker just has to understand now he can flip his head and go and attack what is coming from the opposite side, especially in empty and it's 42. It's pretty much you want to cheat over because you're going to pretty much lose your mic. So the will linebacker wants to cheat over and like put some more onus on the cornerback and half over there. And then as soon as something breaks off, the corner comes off and gets it. But you have to be able to cheat and leave them on the water a little bit too, because you have to balance out the defense. And he didn't do that fast enough, and they just dropped it off to Wilson, and that was another first down. So that was tough too. And now you see on the first drive, they tell you who they're picking on. That's exactly what they do on the first drive. They're like, yo, this is our plan today. Let's see if this plan works. And everything they were doing works. It got to the point where they set the back to the strong side of the field, and then pretty much that means the will linebacker is just staring at the back. So this, like, when they set the back away, I am in heaven because I'm gonna walk out of the box and just play both things from that spot, because you can get to the spot fast enough. You don't have to play everything. They're setting for your eyes, back strong. So now they give a weak play action fake. They give a play action fake. Linebacker sucks up. Boom. Drops it right behind them. And this is how you methodically drive and stay in rhythm on the thing. So they're getting everything short. They're running the ball. They're doing everything short, running the ball, running people over. And then what happens? Play action, bomb. It's boom, jab, 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 uppercut. And they threw the play action bomb, and they caught that one for a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened the whole game on defense. And that's why it was like that. They did that and repeated it and repeated it. Defense just has to, and then they were picking on the zone so much that we went a lot of man-to-man at the end. And, man, we got to find out how to use our help, know where our help is. There's too many times we're getting beat on corner balls and we have a high safety. We have to force them to the safety. If we're going to lose to your help. Never lose where you don't have help. So the defense just has to get better with that. Find a way to stop this running game. Don't let these receivers do what they want. Be better tacklers, challenge more. And it was just one of those games, these games are not the games you want to see, but they happen. They happen. It was just, they could not be stopped. Winnipeg was in a different type of mode, and Hamilton Ticats wasn't ready for it. And then our offense, they just couldn't find rhythm. And not to say that we couldn't find, we've been getting so spoiled these past weeks because they just been such a rhythm football team, running the ball, passing the ball. But the thing is, we're a big play football team, and on our offense, we just cannot connect with our big plays. And we had 3 chances. Kenny had 3 chances on the big plays that I thought would have been big contributions into the game. Brandon O'Leary Orange, I thought that was a touchdown that he needs to be able to get out of that route, and Bo needs to put it on target. I thought that was another one, and there was just they couldn't find rhythm on offense. Greg Bell, he played good though. The best drive they had was right before the half when Greg Bell broke out that 30-yard run. But then they get to the goal line and they threw the ball, got tipped, and didn't score a touchdown. I think that was the right decision going for it though. You don't want 3 points right there. You go in and you score a touchdown. You're in a hostile environment. You got to find a way to take the momentum back. And we just didn't get it. But in 2 years, that would have been a touchdown because the goalpost wouldn't have been. I had to make y'all laugh a little bit. But nah, that's just how it is. Like, it was one of those games where it's just like we lost on all 3 phases, and it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. And the only thing that's going to make us feel good is when we get on that subway in all our black and gold gear. And then we hop off at whatever that stadium is, Hamilton Stadium. We walk into our new Hamilton Stadium, and we giving out everybody our Oskee wee-wees, turning that place up. And then we walk out of there with a win and get 10 wins and make it very hard for Montreal to catch us, because the most amount of wins Montreal can get right now is 11. So if we get to 11 wins, that's the Eastern final, and that's what we want to do, especially with how hot Montreal is right now with that new quarterback they got. He's 9-0 for a reason, and the reason he's 9-0 because the way that Winnipeg plays, that's his game, you know what I'm saying? And he does it very well, because not only can he throw and make the throws, he got them legs too. So he really has all 3 aspects of the game in that kid Alexander. So this Toronto game is going to be very important for the Hamilton Ticats. They want to stay in front of the 8 ball right now. Hey, my name is Simoni Lawrence, and I had to tell you what happened.
And now you know what happened with Simoni Lawrence.